great man once said, be formless, shapeless, like water. Because once you're water, once there's water in a cup, it becomes the cup. When water goes in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. If water goes into the teapot, it becomes a teapot. But much like water, it can flow or it can crash. These eloquent words came from, as we may know him as a violent man, but very knowledgeable and wise, came from the very one and only Bruce Lee. Fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I'm here this evening to talk about how to perform in the moment. I'll be going through this in 3 sections. How to manage your emotions, how to get the message that you want across, and how to reflect. Now, as you have seen, there have been 2 speakers come up this evening. They've all done a fantastic job, but I suspect when they initially come on for the first time thinking, oh God, all the emotions riddling around in the head, and no matter how much preparation, because always the first time, you're going to be thinking, shit. And that is an immensely difficult feeling, because it's effectively a no-go zone. It's the most intimidating thing on the planet. It's otherwise known as the one thing that's feared more than death. I don't know why. But then again, when I came up for the first time, I soon realised why. I immediately just had the amazing feeling of a hole being in the floor and thinking, thank you. Be gone. But from what I've been informed, the best way to manage your emotions is to identify a physical part of your body that indicates that emotion. For example, when you're angry, you're thinking, oh God, I want to kick his head in. So often when you feel angry, you clench your fists and you feel tense. And when you're feeling sad, you just feel, oh, I can't do this, oh my God, I don't want to be here. And it's important to just grab onto these emotions, realise, indicate and know what they are, and be able to process them and understand the reasons why they're there and how you can better control them. So when you come up on the stage, you can feel that element of confidence that you feel from another activity. Hold on to it, grab yourself and put yourself on the stage. Now that leads me, transitions into our very next point, which comes out of the message. Now often when we come onto the stage, when we see speakers, we see them deliver fantastic messages. For example, Joseph delivered the message about we should present our values of empathy and importance onto the people that we meet tonight. And it relates the fulguration of the elements that we will leave for people, to show them the light in a way. But often when we do this, we put our arms on our sleeves and feel extremely vulnerable, and we feel open to criticism, where people will hardly object and say different points of view. And that's where you should be able to recognise perhaps the reasons for these objections, the reasons for these points. So when you're able to have these to deliver your message, you're aware of what the countering parts are, so you can engage with it in your speech. Explain to the audience how these issues may come arise. For example, there's a number of sides in the Brexit debate. There's one for against, left, right, to get this and that all coming from the answer. But what I've been told, this has been the immortal words of John Dewey, when 2 extremes collide, reality compels them to compromise. Finding that middle ground where we're seeking to do better for each other. That's our message. As a Toastmaster, as a speaker for this evening, I suspect that you're all wanting to come up and say, I can do it, no problem. This will enable me to transition into our next, and perhaps the most important element of creating a speech. Being able to reflect. In a group like Toastmasters, you've got doing it in front of an audience where they all have the opportunity to provide you with feedback. They may like the speech, they may not. And they have the opportunity to provide you with such feedback. And throughout my journey with Toastmasters, I have done that from the very first day. I've been advised to do this when I was out in Canada, and I'm hoping to do it from further on. This is every single evaluation that I've been provided. since I've been with Toastmasters. It is almost bursting out. That's enough. And that's what's been extremely valuable with Toastmasters. Is no matter who you may be, where background you come from, you can always feel like you can reflect. No matter whether you've been a miserable failure on stage, crying to bits, it's a fun learning environment. Say, don't worry, from ashes to ashes, roses of success. Thank you, Toastmasters.